All right. I think I am live on all three. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Jay coming at you live today with part 9 of How to Attract Money by Dr. Joseph Murphy. And yesterday I left off the uh, at the suggestion, at the idea, at the universal law that as all seeds, which are thoughts and ideas, grow after their kind, so will your habitual thinking and feeling manifest in prosperity, success, and peace of mind. Wise thought, which is action, is followed by right action, which is a reaction. And yesterday, what I was really wanting to get at is that everything is a function of the internal. What's going on, Antonio? Good to have you. Everything is a play of your internal movement, which is your mental activity, and that's the action. And whatever follows through your body, um, through your body, and the reaction that you get out of the action, out of the movement of your body, is the reaction and is the result. And he gives an example of a young woman who owned a beauty salon, and all of a sudden her mother became ill, which meant that she had to stay home and take care of her mother. And while that was happening, the business partner that she had at the beauty salon started to steal money from her, and everything was literally like going bad. And she lost her business. And this man came to consult with her. um, the girl came to consult with Dr. Murphy, and he was like, "Well, you have to start to think in a different way, which separates you from the thoughts that you're having right now." And she was like, "But how can I do that if everything in my life is bad? Look at all the facts. The facts are that I've lost everything. It is a cruel world. I cannot pay the bills, and I do not pray anymore because I have lost hope." And he explains that that's because, hey, what's going on, Don? That happened because she was so absorbed. Hey, Pachi, ¿cómo estamos, Em? She was so absorbed and engrossed in the material world that she was completely oblivious to the internal cause of her situation. So he's saying literally, yeah, you can look at the evidence of everything that's happening around you right now and just get engrossed in it and say, yeah, this is all it is for me right now. But the thing is, the truth is, even that, you are creating a self-fulfilling cycle by limiting yourself to only think about what your situation is currently now. But as you study this book, and as you get more familiar with the universal laws, what you're gonna have to go through is a period of a tug of war where you're gonna be, hey, what's going on, Fern? Which is gonna be a period of where you're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, all that stuff sounds good, and I can start believing in that good stuff. And on the other side, you're like, hey, but nothing's happening, like your life right now is in shambles and whatever, and like you're gonna have that fight. However, with true prayer, it's a mental marriage feast, and it teaches us all how and it teaches us all how to resolve the mental conflict. So basically what he's saying is, in prayer, you write what you believe in your own mind. Prayer being whatever that means to you. It can be affirmations, it can be um hey, what's going on, Roger? It can be I don't know, meditation. Prayer, it's to you what it means to you. Prayer is a very personally spiritual thing. But what he's saying either way is that in prayer you are writing what you believe, not what somebody else's believe, what you believe in your own mind. And he quotes Emerson, who said, "A man is what he thinks all day long." So by your habitual thinking, you make your own mental laws of belief. By your habitual thinking, you make your own mental laws of belief. By repeating a certain train of thought, you establish definite opinions and beliefs in the deeper mind called the subconscious. Then such mental acceptances, beliefs, and opinions direct and control all the outer actions. And that is the truth of one of the truth of the universal laws, that because you are what you think about all day long, that habitual thought pattern establishes the belief in which you choose to believe. And out of that belief, which gets lodged in your subconscious, you start to behave in accordance to your beliefs, which ultimately bring about the results that you see in your life. As you get more acquainted with these laws of mind, you are going to accept deeper and deeper that as I think and feel inside, so is my outside world. It is not that there's an outside world and I see that and I believe that, and that's what I see is, as you think and feel inside, that stuff is what you see on the outside, right? And good to have you. And as you get more acquainted with this, you accept the truth that what you think and feel inside is what shows in your outside world. Then your internal mental movements and imagery govern, control, and direct the external plane in your life. In the Bible, he quotes the Bible. He's a man of God, like I said many times. As he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Heart in this context, right? Not in this context, but like what heart really means is the root of the word is a Chaldean word meaning the subconscious mind, right? In other words, your thoughts must reach a subjective level by engaging the power of your subliminal self. Your thoughts must reach subjective levels by engaging the power of your subliminal self, your subconscious self. That's why thoughts and feelings are your destiny. Thought and feeling is your destiny. You create your destiny through your thought and feeling. You could co create your destiny. Thought charged with feeling and interest is always subjectified and becomes manifest in your world. Thought and feeling are your destiny. Thought charged with feeling and interest is always subjectified and becomes manifest in your world. Therefore, any idea or desire of the mind felt as true comes to pass, whether it is good, bad, or indifferent, right? And let me just cap it off with this. Knowing the law that what you imagine and feel in your mind, you will express, manifest, or experience in the outside world enables you to begin to discipline your mind. So, therefore, when the suggestion of lack, fear, doubt, or despair come to your mind, immediately reject it mentally by focusing your attention at once on the answered prayer or the fulfillment of your desire. So think about that. Is that how aware? My question to everybody is: how aware are you of your habitual thought pattern, and how often do you get caught up in justifying and saying to yourself that what you think is right? And the more you say to yourself that only what you think is right, the more you are, hey, what's going on, Has? The more you are hurting yourself because you're not allowing the fact that maybe if you can step back and really analyze whether your thinking is healthy, whether your thinking is 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 focused on abundance, whether your thinking is focused towards the manifestation of your desire. That's the shifting point that you have to come in terms with, because if you are always thinking that nothing's working out for you, that there's no money, that everybody that has money is bad, and all those things, you will never be able to shift and have all the abundance that you are wanting to have. So my question to everybody is going to be, what do you choose, right? And how aware are you really of exactly what you're thinking? This is the thing. I'm saying like how to attract money, but the thing is that at the end of the day, the main topic is not, it's not just money here. Is what is your desire, and a lot of times you will see that if you dig deep enough, money is the tool that you're looking for to enable you to have the freedom to fulfill your purpose, whatever that purpose is, that deep inner purpose that you have. And yes, as I've said in my series of the science of getting rich, having money riches is absolutely important and is a necessary tool for you to empower yourself to do the good that you really want to do in your life, right? However, you cannot condemn money and riches and expect to get rich and be able to really make the impact that you want to make in the world. And there's many different examples, and everybody's gonna start to throw up arguments, like they're gonna talk about Gandhi, they're gonna talk about Mother Teresa and all that stuff. Yeah, I get it, what I'm saying is, once again, I'm not saying just about the money riches, but what is your deeper purpose? And in the case of Gandhi, are you willing to put everything at stake and go on a hunger strike for days on days and days for the cause that you believe in? In the case of Mother Teresa, are you willing to stake everything you have and go into deep poverty and care for those people and give them hope? They were rich. Mentally, they were absolutely rich and abundant, and that's what power, that's the internal fuel that they had, because they had this deep inner sense of belief that they're good. Their belief is an actual reality, and that's what they went after, right? And this this book, he titled it How to Attract Money, but the more I'm reading about it, he's not talking about money, he's talking about the fulfillment of your true desire. And the attraction of money is it's almost like a good practice, because attracting money is a mind game. And I'm not saying that you're just gonna sit there and think positive thoughts and money is just gonna flow to you. That's not it. It's like he says, inner mind movement, which is reflected in outside movement, which causes a result, which brings about a reaction, right? So what we really have to accept, and what we really have to start working with, is that we are today where we are because of the habitual thinking pattern that we hold inside of us today, and we have been carrying with us up until now. Once you see that and once you accept that, now you can start to choose a different thinking pattern, one that is aligned with what you want in your life. And in the beginning, you will have a tug of war, good, bad. Do I believe it? Do I not believe it? But once you really start to believe it, and it's not just something in your mind, but you really believe it from all the way inside. What's going on, Jody? Once you really believe it all the way from inside, your behavior is going to change. And as you believe, right? And as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is as you believe and as you constantly think over and over, right? Because what is a belief, he said? A belief is a repeated thought pattern that you hold inside of you, right? Morning, it's evening here in New York. And as you repeat that thought pattern, you create your belief. And as you believe, you behave. And as you behave, you create. So it is up to you. So with that, guys, I went a little overtime today. I really wanted to solidify some of the loose ends that I felt that I was living from the previous shares. So once again, then my challenge to you all is, what do you choose to believe in? What do you choose to keep repeating to yourself, if albeit It may be a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit uncomfortable in the beginning, but the more you repeat a certain thought pattern, it's like working out. When you first go and you hit the gym, you feel like you're gonna die. Every muscle, every bone in your body is like hurting. However, you keep going, you keep stretching, and yeah, I am powerful. That's right. And as you keep working out those muscles, they get stronger, they grow, right? Your body shape starts to shift. Same thing with your mind. And as you keep putting into practice that new belief, you're gonna start to take it not just from this busy mind, but you're gonna take it into the quiet mind inside in your heart. And once that belief really takes root, once that seed that you planted inside really starts to grow from your nurturing, from your constant nurturing, that's when your behavior is going to change. And when your behavior changes, everything in your whole world around you will change because you changed. And I'm going to quote Gandhi, who said, "Be the change you want to see in the world." So start with you. It is all about you. And for a time being, you may have to be selfish to the point where you're like, oh my God, like I'm being so selfish right now. However, I really believe that being selfish to the point where you are completely like committed to becoming the best version of you so that you can share that your best self with everybody, that's a great selfishness to have because your greatness will inspire everyone that comes in contact with you. And I am doing my best to share that belief because that is the belief that has started to take root in me. And I am out here doing things I've never done before, saying things I've never said before, sharing things I've never shared before to share that with you all. And in the hopes that you will start applying some of this thinking and some of these behaviors and start to live a more fulfilled life, just like I am. And for that, I'm very grateful. I thank you all for investing precious time of your day with me today. And I look forward to sharing more with you tomorrow. And with that, until now, this was your boy Jay. And I'll see you on the next one. Good night, everybody. All right, all right.